This video illustrates a 2-to-1 crevasse rescue hauling system. As lead climber Eric falls, our other two climbers immediately self-arrest to stop the fall. Christy is closest to Eric, so she attempts to communicate to check on him. Lucas, who was the third climber, now becomes the lead rescuer. He makes sure that Christy can hold the weight before he gets up and out of the self-arrest position. If Eric starts to slip more, Lucas will immediately go into self-arrest again to help. If things are stable, Lucas starts the rescue. He travels down to Christy, moving his climb heist as he goes to take up slack. He does not want slack in the system. He probes for crevasses as he travels. Lucas takes Christy's picket off her backpack to use for anchor building. The first piece of the anchor will be a vertical mid-clip on a single sling. That is then connected to the rope with a clem heist and a locking carabiner. The first piece of the anchor is now set. Christy may feel the load start to transfer and it may ease off her a bit, but she continues to hold her arrest while Lucas places the second picket. The second piece of the anchor will be a T-trench or dead man on a double sling. He uses a locking carabiner to attach it to the friction hitch that's already on the rope. The second piece of the anchor is now set, and both together complete the anchor. Lucas PAs into the anchor by clipping both strands. The load transfer should be complete. Before Christy gets up, Lucas carefully watches and guards the anchor system to make sure that it holds. He places his foot over the vertical mid-clip because that is the anchor most likely to fail and pop out. He's careful not to step on any of the soft goods with his crampons. Christy carefully gets up, approaches the anchor, and PAs in. Christy takes over guarding the anchor. Lucas ties a figure 8 on a bight as a catastrophe knot using the rope between the friction hitch and the middle climber. He connects that back to the anchor. Christy can now come out of the system, so she removes her alpine butterfly and prusik loops. She's simply tethered to the anchor now with her PA and no longer on the rope at all. Christy takes over guarding the anchor. Lucas is ready to head down to check on Eric. He removes his PA and travels down the rope, moving his Klemheist as he goes. He checks for crevasses. Once he arrives at Eric, he can devise a plan. There are 3 options. The first is that Eric prusiks out by himself. The second is a direct haul, meaning that Christy and Lucas PA into the anchor and simply haul him out, making sure to use a progress capture. More likely, though, the weight for this will be too much, and they will need the third option, which is to rig a 2-to-1 drop loop to make things easier. The lip of the crevasse needs to be padded, so Lucas places his ice axe in the snow with the adze on the downward side of the slope. This will help prevent the rope from getting more entrenched and/or further damaging the lip of the crevasse during the hauling stage. He buries the leash attached to the ice axe to prevent it from falling on the fallen climber during the rescue. Lucas doesn't have enough rope to toss down to Eric, so he undoes some of his kiwi coils to get additional rope for hauling. He then adds the pulley and tosses it down with a locking carabiner. Eric clips the pulley into his belay loop and then up through his chest harness. He's careful to make sure the haul strand that Lucas will pull from is on top and coming out of the chest harness. Once Eric is connected, Lucas travels back to the anchor and PAs in. Now he's ready to get set up for the haul. Lucas removes the Klemheist that he's using to travel with and repurposes it as a progress capture. He uses a Klemheist again, and it now goes onto the haul strand. After he moves the cordelette and carabiner to the haul strand, that progress capture gets clipped back into the anchor. The system is now ready for hauling. Lucas tends the Klemheist progress capture to allow the rope to slide through, and they both pull hard. If the rope slips, the Klemheist prevents Eric from slipping. This is extremely hard work. As your fallen climber approaches the lip, things can get tricky. There's a chance that the rescuer may need to travel back down to help the fallen climber get over the lip, especially if they are injured. Eric unclips his chest harness when he's approaching the lip. The 2-to-1 rescue is complete.